Anyone is using anti-immigrant rhetoric to make the point that their own conditions should be improved or be addressed first or primarily, or that the interest, in this case of black people in the United States, are being hampered by immigrants, so-called legal or otherwise, is missing all of the points about the how the economy works, the maldistribution of the wealth created, and suggests that we should be pitting ourselves against these relatively powerless and resourceless groups of people to achieve something better for Black America, as opposed to just saying redistribute the wealth that only the ruling elite seem to be sitting on, and then we be good. Let's start there. Let's start,
Next on deck.
Let me get this right. I don't know who that brother is. I don't know who he is, but I can tell you this. And so look, let me just, this is not a personal attack on you, but it does sound very tetherish. Sounds very much hooked in with the Afrocentric, what is Umar?
Dr. Umar is a Pan-African. Oh, no, this brother sounds like he thinks all people of African descent share a common heritage and should be united by it.
Sounds very much like that. Because what you're trying to tell me is we should not want to slow immigration, though we know it cheapens the cost of labor. I don't know if you noticed in that, but we're the ones in those sectors of those jobs that these people are coming to take a part of in. That's not Trump saying it. Trump didn't invent that, There have been studies conducted on this. I've cited them on this channel. It's not feelings. But you're going to overlook those studies, right? That show when immigration goes up, the incarceration of Black males go up. Immigration go up, jail for us goes up. You're gonna ignore that data point? Well, that doesn't mean they're correlated. It could just be because the way the wind blew, Tim. Oh, okay. So that's what we're on now. We don't want to look at logic and say, there's only so many amount of jobs we're competing for. And then we have industries such as construction, landscaping, drywall, handyman, all these types of things. Like the movie, Denzel Washington. Well, it was the guy in the neighborhood, the black guy in the neighborhood, the devil in the blue dress. Remember that character? That brother didn't have all his marbles, but what was he doing? He was taking care of the houses around. He had on his overalls, and he was a black man. He was taking care of the neighborhood in town down trees. And Denzel was like, get away from my tree. Get away from people's tree. Had to get him away from the tree because that's what we used to do. It was very common, right? For Black people to have certain types of service jobs. Who got those jobs now, sir? I know you don't have them. I think you're a professor. I think I have seen you before. Now I know why I've seen you. I know this guy. You're a professor. I'm not talking about your job. I'm talking about jobs for people that aren't professors, professor. My dad worked construction all of his life. He told me 15 years ago, all the jobs, Tim, they're going to the Spanish. I thought he was tripping. I thought he just wasn't as enlightened as I was. So maybe he was stuck in another time. You know how much it hurts to say that I didn't accept, I didn't believe him? I mean, I believed him, but I believed it. Hey, these people, they just want a better life, Dad. He was a foreman because he'd been there for 20 years. And he saw the turnover rate. I know what you say, your numbers say. I'm telling you what we know, what we lived. There used to be a job that black men could get coming out of the pen, coming out of jail, coming out of high school, where they could make $20, $25 an hour. Them jobs stopped being $20, $25 an hour because they started going to Hispanic and Mexican people that were doing for $10, $15 an hour. They stopped hiring us. And I got you with your college degrees and you mix what you like shirt on, telling me that it's a figment of my imagination. That I made it up. That I just bought into some right-wing stereotypes, you cowards. Niggas out here hurting, and I got rich fuckers like you telling us we tripping. That I hate Latino people. What would I fucking hate them for? Why would I hate them? Why? You as bad as some liberals, some progressives to try to say just because I don't want books in my schools with dildos for my 6-year-old and my 4-year-old to have to read, that means I hate gay people. What happened to no correlation? I'm tired of these smart-ass, college degree having, not the same problems working class people got, having ass black people looking down their nose, grinning. Look at this. Look at him. Look at him. How concerned is he? How concerned is he? Is he really concerned about us, man? Is this look like a concerned brother to you? Stumbling over his words. Mark Lamont shilling it over here. You think he really relating to poor people? You really think he's relating to brothers out the pen? My cousin did a dime, sir. My cousin did a dime. My cousin did a dime, and if it wasn't for his dad owning a landscape business, where the hell would he be? He'd probably be back inside. And he wasn't doing nothing but the same thing all the kids in the hood was doing. Trying to get that paper. I don't mean to put you out there, cuz, but I gotta make my point. You are a success story. You've been out for 10 years. You beat all the odds, cuz. I ain't gonna put your name out, but you know what I'm saying. Cause I got this fucker sitting up here. I got this so-called brother
Their
up here
own
trying to tell other brothers up here telling the world like we tripping. The numbers say, and it's not a reality. And if you're disparaging immigrants, fuck out of here. These same people make their bread and butter talking about racism. And then when we say, when you bring in people that employers can choose over us, you just said you believe there's racism, systemic racism. You don't think that they're hiring these people over black people? Your whole shit is how systemic racism impacts black people. You don't think that immigrants get preferential treatment over black people? They're not black Americans. So they get preferential treatment over black Americans. And then there's also a financial incentive. And you mean to tell me you don't realize all that? You want to get up here and talk this shit? Man, come on, man. It's pathetic, man. This is what we deal with. Backstabbers. Backstabbers. Listen, guys, ladies and gentlemen, this is not about hating immigrants. I do not hate immigrants. I hate liars, though, and I hate people that try to smear us and say we're trying to be negative or xenophobic or some other shit. Folks, I seen it. I lived it. I lived it. It is happening. That's what's happening. It is happening. They want us to believe that there's an endless amount of resources. And all we got to do is get white people to give up the resources. Yeah, good luck with that. Good luck with that. We got a window right now. We have a president that's actually serious about immigration. You know, not bringing in people. They're serious about the border. We got a brief window. This will stave off the inevitable. For a little bit of time. This is just a blink in time, Johnson. A blink in time. That's all this is. Because if a Democrat gets back in, they're going to open back up them floodgates and serve the burritos. Come on back. It's going to be back to La Raza. Because that's what they want to build their party off of. And you ain't doing nothing but helping them. Nah, man, I'm off that. I'm off that totally. If you think that means, hey, you know, Mexico, they telling Americans to get your ass up out of here, gringo. I seen them. They're riding. They're kicking Americans out of Mexico. You ain't doing that but running up the prices and making a gentrification in their cities, and they don't appreciate it. But no, you say we are bad. There are countries with way more folks. There are other countries in the Western world that have much stricter immigration laws than America, by the way. Try this shit in Poland. Try it in Poland. You ain't gonna see it. It's all bogus. It's all smoke and mirrors. You're building, these people support globalization. Globalization. They do not support working class people. This is nonsense. Take your rhetoric, take your talking down to your smear tactics, your fear mongering that we try to do. So we ain't trying to do anything. Most of these people, if they're seeking asylum and their lives are threatened in other countries, if there is a natural disaster, if there is war, famine, these things, that's different. That's asylum, baby. But if all you coming to America to do is to make more money, guess what? So are we. We're full. Case closed, face closed. And if you can't advocate for that, I got no problems with you not advocating for that. Just stop talking like you're advocating for Black Americans, because you are not. You are advocating for the melting pot. You're advocating for immigrants. You're advocating for Latinos. I get it. They got their supporters, and I got no problem with them having their advocates. But I advocate for Black Americans. I advocate for the working class. Just so happens, this is an issue that impacts working class and Black Americans. Okay? And there are Latino Americans, by the way. There are Latino Americans, by the way, who fully relate and agree with me. Not because they hate themselves. Not because they hate themselves. But they don't want the cost of their labor going down the drain either. And they don't see why they should be promoting or paying for other people to come here to try to just get jobs. They're not under any, there's no coup going on in their country. Sending the money out of the economy back home. And you talking about, oh, we got to do it. Last thing, man. Last thing, y'all. Real talk. Last thing. I do not appreciate being called xenophobic or that I hate immigrants. I don't hate immigrants. That's stupid. I've worked with probably more immigrants than you. A career in Washington, D.C. amongst immigrants. You cannot keep a job contracting in the federal government for any length of time if you got a problem with immigrants or LGBTQ. I have no problem with anybody. But now I'm in a different career, and I advocate. Unlike you, I advocate for Black Americans with blinders on. That's my focus. You should respect that. Somebody's got to do that work. The rest of y'all are kumbaya while Black people die. Rest of y'all are talking about the whole globe. You want to save the whales. What about the fish, man? What about the fish right in front of you? You go all day about Palestinians, and I feel you. Our babies are dying slower, but they still dying, sir. Right here. Right here in D.C. The fentanyl crisis killed more Black babies, Black people, than the war in Gaza. What say you? Oh, no, it's no pictures for your timeline to post on X to ruin my lunch, to shock me that I didn't ask to see. Nah, you won't be able to post pictures of that. They're putting in the marijuana in there, in the weed, dude. You know what I'm saying? There's a catastrophe going on right now. But see, it ain't cool, man. It ain't trendy. It ain't for the liberals to put their heart out. Put their heart out and talk about their indignity and get loud and talk about kids starving. We got kids dying all over this country, sir. I just covered a store in Alabama where they were running a ring. I don't even want to repeat what they were doing to them kids for years. Right here. Fucking here, dude. Right here. These people like their performance like they're saving the whales. All right, I'm done. Let's move on, man. Let's move on. I'm not going to go to comments because I want to keep my blood pressure down. I don't need to get all upset. I don't need to see the people defending him. He's right. It's not about that. Shut up. Where you work at? You know, we used to work in the garment district. Yeah, we used to work in the garment district. Not anymore. Now we drive Uber. Instacart. Everybody can't work at Amazon, sir. That boat, last thing. That fucking bridge in Baltimore that got crashed into. Well, I'm sorry. First of all, let me say my condolences to the families. To the families that lost their lives. The families who lost lives of loved ones on that damn bridge. Who was working that bridge? Nighttime, overnight, double pay, right? Time and a half, right? Right? Who was doing that? Jasmine Crockett supporting assholes. They come here to pick fruit and work in the fields. You don't want to work in no field. Do you? Do you? You don't want to work in no field, do you? Hello? No, but I work on a bridge making time and a half. Just don't run a boat into it at the time.
The Jim Black Show streams Sundays, Mondays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Wolfpack.